Well, good morning, class. We are on to week 7 of our class, and this week we'll have a couple of readings here that you'll complete. And as we look at those for week 7, you'll have chapters 18 and 19. And those are interesting readings about the process of web design, so that'll help you understand the project as you get started with your final project audience and description. And then Code Academy activities, you'll have CSS selectors activity and the sorting your friends activity that you'll complete this week. And then after that, the web design template project is due, and hopefully you're well on your way to completing this project as you get going. That web design template project should be pretty straightforward at this point to you. But if you do have questions, feel free to send me an email or contact me in some way, and we'll get those worked out. And then finally, the final project audience and description. So this is, don't worry, this isn't the whole final project due right now, but it's the final project audience and description. What I suggest that you do first is to look at this attached final website project document. And it tells you more about this project than just what's in the assignment for this week. So the final website project, basically what's going to happen over the next several weeks, we're getting closer to the end of the semester, so over the next several weeks you'll propose to me your final website project, what you want to create for your final website. And so you've learned a lot about web design, now you have a chance to practice what you've learned. Your job is to propose and then build a real website that could actually be used by an organization, business, or individual. Now this organization, business, or individual, it could be real or fictional. Okay, so you can create a website for a real organization, or it could be for a fictional one. You could make up your own. And so this is the first step in that project, is to get started writing up a proposal to me about what it will include. And this week's part of the project is to describe the target audience, and why people will visit your website, and what your visitors are trying to achieve when they go to your website, and what information they need, and how often will people visit your site. Now, of course, I understand that this project may evolve over time. There may be some changes to some of these items, but for now, this is a good place to start, because in the book it talks about how when you start web design, you want to start out with the target audience and its purpose. So the website's purpose and the target audience. And then you send those to me and I'll give you feedback when I get those, and then you'll continue on with the next part of your project. So that's what you need to complete for this week. However, we'll talk about the full project right now as well. So if we look here, let me get this a little bit bigger so we can see. The next part is to create a sitemap for your proposed website. But let's talk about the final project itself really quick too. So at minimum, you should plan a website with at least 4 web pages, 3 pictures, text on each page, consistent navigation links, a consistent header, and similar layouts for each page. Also include a page with an HTML form. Okay, so that's part of your website, is to have all of those elements. So as you look forward to creating this proposal and to write about the website, creating ideas for it, plan on this as your standard: 4 web pages, 3 pictures, text on each page, and consistent navigation links. Now the 3 pictures is not 3 pictures on each page. It's just a total of 3 pictures throughout the website. So, and then the next part of the project, which will come up, I believe, next week, is to create a sitemap for your proposed website. So that's not due this week, that'll be the next week's assignment. Create a wireframe for a sample page in your proposed website. List the hex values for colors that you intend to use for your website. And there's a fantastic website for color schemes at color.adobe.com that you can find different color schemes and use those colors. Write up and include the text that will be included on each page of the website, and discuss how you will get your message across using design, and that says see pages 465 to 472. All of these have pages, well, a lot of these have pages that they link to from the textbook that explain what I want you to talk about in the textbook. And then discuss your proposed site navigation and describe how it is concise, clear, selective, interactive, consistent, and shows context. And there's more information about that as well in the textbook. So then when you have finished these items, you'll send them to me and I'll give you feedback again on that part. I might ask you to change some things about your designs or to make it more complex or maybe more simple. After that, of course, you have a wireframe, you have a sitemap, you have all the pages. So then after that, you'll create your website and submit it to me. And it must use an external CSS style sheet. And you can use code that you have previously created for this class in this project. So you can actually copy and paste some of the code that you have created for this class. But don't use any code that you did not create as part of this class for the final project. And then you'll just finish out the website as you had planned and submit that to me by the end of the semester. This will be the last week of class. And then I will grade it in this way: communication with instructor, layout and code, content, design, navigation, and colors. Those will be the areas of rubric that I'll grade this final website project with. So that's the full project, but for this week it's only this first section of bullet points. You're just talking about the target audience. You need to submit a paper to me that describes some of these things, and you'll read in the book about some of these things to help you do your work. Alright, well, if you have any questions, then please let me know, and also have a great week.